you don't get MMA royalty on the show every day. And it is always a pleasure to catch up with the man they call Triple C. Now, why would you call somebody Triple C, Triple Champ? Well, how about you go win an Olympic gold, then you win the 125-pound crown, then you win the 135-pound crown, and that's how you get the moniker Triple C. Henry Cejudo cannot wait to see it back in action May 6th against Aljamain Sterling to try to get back your 135-pound strap. Henry, what's it been like coming out of retirement now and back in the mix in the game you love so much?
Oh, it's been, it's a roller coaster. You kind of go back and understand, it's the hard work. I'm back on a diet. I mean, it's been 3 years since, I've been enjoying Mickey D's to Pizza Hut to all that. And now all that is out the window and, getting skinny again, getting strong again. Feeling those nerves, feeling that pressure. It's so far so good. I mean, we are literally 3 weeks away from the fight, and couldn't be more excited.
Henry, as you know, one of the things you do, you have a YouTube channel where you go in and you talk about fights and kind of break them down and things like that. Do you think while you were retired, that still helped you in the whole process, kept your fight mind sharp and kind of, and also did that also fuel maybe the comeback just a tad, because you start watching these fights and really starting to break them down. You're like, man, I could beat that guy. I'm better than this guy. I can do all this. Is this what's going on there?
Oh, of course. My retirement was a part of, can I introduce you guys to my little baby?
Hey.
Big baby America. Look, she's got daddy's hair. But, I think getting a chance to really, taking the time off, coaching John Jones, coaching Davidson Figueiredo, Zhang Wei Li, Yuri Prochazka. I had the ability to coach all these guys to world titles. I'm just like, I know too much. I'm still relatively young. I'm 36 years old. So getting a chance to really dissect all the fighters and then help all these different fighters has really, elevated my level to a whole nother level. Like, I feel better, guys, than I've ever felt before, physically, tactically, technically. I'm just a smarter human. My IQ is just kind of through the roof now. And, the thing is now to prove it to myself on May 6th.
Yeah, and absolutely. And again, one of your other monikers is of course, the messenger. And you sent that message to John Jones in his fight against Cyril Gane. And it was almost like that's exactly the way the fight script went with John Jones getting that stoppage in the first round. You mentioned the knowledge. And now as a dad, and you got a little one right there in your lap with you, how has life changed for you, Henry, in retirement and now coming back? You say you're in a better space than you were when you were champion.
Yeah, it's changed where it's whether I don't want to do it or not, it's like I have to do it. You commit. Like now it's not always about me. It's not, I have a family now. I have bills. I can, if it was just me, it'd be a little different. But now that I have my daughter, my family, my wife, these last 3 years, I got married, I had a kid, and then, my wife is pregnant again, and I got to try to juggle all this, even this interview. Look, guys, my little baby's touching everything under the sun, for me. So a lot of this stuff is a lot. There's a lot more discipline involved because I still got to play that other side, that other role of being a father, and I think that's what those are the challenges now. But I'm not motivated by my family. I'm not motivated by my kids. I'm motivated to make history, and I just want you guys to know that. Like, I'm not fighting for them. I'm fighting for history. I'm fighting to do something that's never been done. To come back and go up another weight division to 145 pounds and become the first 3-division champ in UFC history.
Well, there it is.
There it is. All right. There we go. I like that. Now that's super, super fun. Henry, when you decided to make the comeback, then was that really the deciding factor? You're like, you know what? I really and truly want to go and do something that has never been done in UFC history, and that's going to be attached to my name forever.
Yeah, I think in combat sports in general, it's I'm in the mountain of my own, if you really think about it. Being the first Olympic champ, UFC champ in UFC history, and then going up to another division, becoming the first 2-division champ and Olympic champ. And nobody has those accolades in combat sports, and I just want to take it up a notch and just be the greatest mixed martial artist of all time when I went three weight divisions, and that's coming up here pretty soon. So my whole plan, guys, is with I'm gonna fight Aljamain Sterling for the belt, and then after I fight Aljamain Sterling, I'm gonna fight Sean O'Malley, and soon after that I'm going up, and I'm gonna be stepping on Alexander Volkanovski's toe jam. He's next.
Henry, this is fascinating because, I didn't know that's exactly, you'd already have it mapped out. You got Aljo coming up May 6th. Then you want the Sugar Show before you fight Volk for the belt at 145 and to get that 4th championship and the 3rd one in the UFC. You've got this mapped out. How do you start off that equation against Aljo? You don't have to tell us your strategy, obviously, but you got 5 rounds to work. Do you want to take him to deep waters, or do you like to get this done sooner rather than later?
No, of course. I mean, the plan is to stop him. There's break in him, and I've seen it before, and I'm just gonna pull it out of him. I'm gonna pull out that little girl that he has in him, and I'm gonna make sure that he's gonna remember me, and I'm gonna send a message while I do it, so Sean O'Malley could be front row watching this fight because he's next. So right after Ronald McDonald is done, I'm going after Volk, and that's my plan. Everything I've ever set my
Henry's got his hands full.
Everything I've ever set my mind to, I've accomplished, and this isn't different, guys. I mean, I have a goal, I have a plan, and I'm looking forward to making history.
Henry, when you were out for a couple of years and you were more of a fan than a fighter, is there any fighter out there that was kind of appointment television for you? Was there anybody that you just really enjoy watching fight?
Volkanovski.
Mm-hmm.
Volkanovski is the same reason why I want him. His IQ. Obviously, he's another short fighter like myself. His tactical game plan, how he's able to dissect and break somebody down. I can see what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same reason why I want that challenge with him. It's really about the belt. He's got something that I want. He's got something that's been in my head. I mean, I've been calling that Volkanovski fight for years. Yeah, he had a good fight with Islam Makhachev. He still lost, but I'm not that type of guy that will celebrate after losing. Volk, you lost the fight. Yeah, it was close, but you lost the fight. I'm the type of guy that goes up in weight classes and actually wins and TKOs people in championships. So my plan is to put that man to sleep.
Talking with Triple C, the messenger, Henry Cejudo, before his May 6th bout with Aljamain Sterling for the bantamweight crown. I did want to ask you a little bit on that same track plan. MMA, when it was started, really weight classes were almost optional, right? When you're going up in weight like this, is that part of the fulfilling a prophecy of what mixed martial arts were supposed to be about? Not about weight classes. I'll fight anybody, anywhere, at any weight, and I don't care if I'm in there with a guy that might be naturally much bigger, like an Alexander Volkanovski.
Yeah, I mean, I think to me, it's more the challenge. You know what I mean? Like there is a break to the body. I mean, there's weight classes for a reason, but it's more of the challenge that really tugs at me. It's more the fact that I respect this man. The reason why I want to take him out. It's a challenge within me before I get to Volkanovski. Volkanovski just happens to be that counter partner that I see that could really pull the best out of me.
Henry, before we got to wrap it up here, got about 90 seconds to go. You do like to agitate people, right? You get that. Does it work? Like, do you like putting that black hat on a little bit and just kind of picking at guys before you get in the octagon with them?
Guys, I start the war, but before I start the fight, the war has already started. You imagine, like the mind games, the psychological war. That's something that I don't think people really. I'm loyal to the dream, guys. Like I'm not loyal to anything else but the goal. And if I can use this brain, if I can use my psychological, so I make sure every night you're waking up and thinking of my voice and thinking about me in front of you, and you know what I'm saying? You on the canvas, and that's exactly what I'm gonna end up doing. You see, I walk the talk. I'm not Conor McGregor. I literally walk the talk, and I do believe that my accolades. Look around, guys. You guys see all that? You guys see all that gold in the background? I mean, that's all hard work, dedication, and that's putting everything together.
All right, if you go up and beat Volk, you got to switch the nickname. It won't be Triple C. We got to go to a 4th C. Hey, Henry, best of luck May 6th, my friend. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here on The Handle.
Of course, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys make sure to tune in May 6th. There's going to be a live assassination.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.